Look at this chart. 629% revenue growth in 1 year, a cash war chest of $1.5 billion, a 2026 revenue target that was just doubled overnight. Vanguard is buying. BlackRock is increasing positions, hedge funds are trading this aggressively. So why is a relatively unknown small-cap stock suddenly attracting serious institutional attention? Because whilst the rest of the retail market is chasing AI software, a shadowy player in the defense and autonomous systems space is quietly attempting something ambitious, building a monopoly. Not just building drones, not just selling hardware, but creating a full autonomous surveillance ecosystem across air, ground, and even the stratosphere. But there's a catch. A massive $1 billion dilution has sent retail investors into a panic. Is this the next Palantir, or is the 2026 satellite and drone war about to leave investors holding the bag? Today on Ticker Detective, we're doing a forensic audit on Ondas Holdings, ticker ONDS. In order to understand Ondas, you have to forget what you knew about them prior to 2024. They were originally a radio and communications company. Now, they are a multi-domain intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance platform currently operating in two key segments. First is Ondas Networks, secure private wireless networks for key infrastructure like rail and utilities. Second, and far more important, Ondas Autonomous Systems, or OAS, the Optimus system. This includes automated drones through aerobotics that scan cities, oil fields, or battlegrounds without a pilot. And there is the counter-drone technology via Centrix, from military applications to critical infrastructure uses. But Ondas doesn't want to stop there. They have a new play. They are now expanding into more sectors. Surveillance systems such as stratospheric balloons that can hover over a war zone for weeks at a fraction of the cost of a satellite. And high-tech tactical ground-based robots used typically by special forces. This is where the growth story lives, and it's also where the risk begins. Management realized that the future of warfare isn't just drones, it's autonomous ecosystems. They went on a merger and acquisition rampage. In just the last quarter, they have deployed over $550 million to acquire 5 different companies. The most recent one, the acquisition of Indo Earthmoving, is the smoking gun. Why would a drone company buy an earth-moving business? Because Indo didn't just come with tractors, they came with a $140 million strategic tender for heavy military engineering platforms. Ondas is taking those heavy tracked vehicles and roboticizing them. They are no longer just the drone guys. They are now the system of systems guys. They own the ground with Robo Team, the air with aerobotics, and now the stratosphere with World View. Now let's look at the chart, because this is where the volatility story starts to unfold. Over the past year, Ondas has gone through what can only be described as a parabolic move. The stock surged from under $1 up to $15 at its peak. That's not normal price action. That's what you see when a company transitions from being ignored to suddenly being on investors' radar. And moves like that tend to attract 2 types of traders: momentum buyers and short-term speculators. But after a move like that, you almost always get a reset. As of late March, the stock has pulled back significantly from its highs, now trading closer to the high single-digit range. That's a drop of over 40 to 50% from peak levels. And this is where sentiment shifts, the excitement fades, and the questions begin. So what's driving the pullback? A few key factors. First, profitability concerns. The company is still reporting losses, which is expected at this stage, but it does raise questions about sustainability. Second, dilution risk. When a company grows through acquisitions and capital raises, investors start to worry about how much of the company they actually own. And third, expectations got ahead of reality. The stock ran up so fast that now the market is reassessing what's realistic. Right now, the stock appears to be stabilizing in a consolidation zone, where buyers and sellers are trying to agree on a fair price. It's not about hype anymore. It's about whether the company can actually deliver on its growth story. Zooming out. This chart tells a very clear story. Ondas has gone from a micro cap to a company now being taken seriously by the market, but it hasn't proven itself yet, and that's why volatility is so high. Because right now, this stock is trading on potential, not certainty. Let's look at the hard evidence from the March 25th earnings call. If you want to know why the smart money is here, look at these numbers. For Q4 2025, Ondas reported $30.1 million in revenue. That is a 629% increase over the previous year. For the full year, they hit $50 million. That is nearly an 8 times jump from 2024. But look at the guidance. This is where the alarms went off. Most companies are conservative. Ondas, they just doubled their 2026 outlook. They are now targeting at least $375 million for this year, a jump from $50 million to $375 million in 1 year. How? It's the $140 million Indo contract and the $68 million backlog they ended the year with. The revenue is real, and it's accelerating. However, despite that revenue, they reported a $101 million net loss for the quarter. Now, to be fair, $82 million of that was a non-cash accounting charge related to warrants. But even if you strip that out, they are burning cash to scale. They told analysts they won't see true profitability until 2028. You are buying a story that requires 2 more years of patience. Now, let's talk about the brain. On March 12th, Ondas and Palantir dropped a bombshell. They aren't just partners anymore, they are integrating Palantir's AIP, their artificial intelligence platform, directly into the Ondas mission planning. This is the secret sauce. Think about it. A worldview balloon sits in the stratosphere for 60 days. It sees a movement on a border 500 miles away. Instead of sending that data to a human who might miss it, it goes into the Palantir brain. The AI then automatically launches an aerobotics drone to investigate and dispatches an Indo-robotic vehicle to intercept. This unified command and control is exactly what the military is seeking. By tethering themselves to Palantir, Ondas has built a moat that makes it almost impossible for a smaller startup to compete. They have the software of a $50 billion giant running on their hardware. Who is actually behind this move? Let's check the register. Institutional ownership is currently sitting around 37%. Vanguard is the big whale here, holding about 19 million shares. Now, you might see some headlines saying Vanguard sold to zero. Don't be fooled. That was a reporting reclassification filing on March 27th. Vanguard is still very much in the building. Hood River Capital and BlackRock have also been aggressive buyers in the $9 to $11 range. But let's look at the insiders. On December 31st, 2025, CEO Eric Brock sold 475,000 shares for about $4.6 million. The company says this was to cover tax obligations, which is a common excuse. But as a ticker detective, we can see that insiders have made 21 separate sales in the last 6 months and 0 purchases. When the guys running the company are selling while telling you the revenue will grow 700%, you have to ask, do they think the stock is up too far? If you're a bull, you aren't looking at the stock price today, you're looking at the industrial blueprint Ondas has built for 2027 and beyond. First, the revenue ramp is undeniable. We are moving from a $50 million company to a $375 million company in a single year. That isn't just growth. That is a fundamental re-rating of the business. With the $140 million Indo contract kicking in this quarter and a $68 million backlog already in the books, management has a clear path to hitting these numbers. Second, the Palantir moat. By integrating Palantir's AI, Ondas has solved the biggest problem in drone warfare: data overload. They aren't selling flying cameras anymore. They are selling autonomous intelligence. This partnership makes them a primary candidate for massive Department of Defense program of record contracts. Finally, the cash cushion. With $1.5 billion in the bank, Ondas has a multi-year runway. They don't need to go back to the market for money anytime soon. They have the capital to outlast their competitors and finish their land grab of the autonomous defense market. The bulls believe we are looking at a $20 to $25 stock hiding behind an $8 price tag. But we can't ignore the red flags, and the bear case for Ondas is built on math and management. The biggest red flag: shareholder dilution. In just 1 year, the share count has exploded by over 340%. To fund this acquisition spree, management has essentially treated the stock like a printing press. Every time you think the stock is ready to break out, a new round of warrants or a secondary offering hits, capping the upside and watering down your stake. Then there is the integration risk. Ondas has acquired 5 major companies in the last 3 months alone: Worldview, Mistral, Bird, Rotron, and Indo. Folding 5 different corporate cultures, engineering teams, and supply chains into one cohesive unit is an operational nightmare. If they stumble on just one of these integrations, the system of systems vision falls apart. Lastly, look at the insider sentiment. While the CEO tells you the company is a rocket ship, he and other insiders have sold over $4.6 million in stock recently. If the $23 price target from analysts is so certain, why aren't they buying more shares at $8? The bears believe the hype is being used to mask a massive operational burn that won't end until at least 2028. So what does the smart money on Wall Street think? Now, this is where the story gets messy. If you look at the analyst ratings, you're going to see 2 completely different opinions. On one side, you have the Wall Street bulls, where the consensus is an overwhelming strong buy. Out of 9 analysts covering the stock, 7 have a strong buy and 2 have a buy. Needham just reiterated their buy rating with a $23 price target. H.C. Wainwright is even more aggressive, calling for $25. They see the 700% revenue growth and say, this is a bargain. The average 1-year price target across all analysts is roughly $18.75, which represents a 110% upside from current levels. So why is the stock struggling to hold $9? Well, if you check other metric scores such as Zacks Investment Research, you will notice Zacks currently has ONDS as a strong sell. Why the hate? Because Zacks is an algorithm that focuses on earning surprises. Ondas just missed earnings by over 600% due to that $101 million loss. To the Zacks computer, this looks like a failing business. To the Wall Street analyst, it looks like a growth company investing in its future. This disconnect is exactly why the stock is so volatile right now, and analysts often lag behind the price action. There is a massive gap between the fair value on paper and the market reality on the screen. So, after auditing the files, what is the final verdict? Ondas Holdings is a high-velocity, high-risk transition play. We are witnessing the birth of a mini Lockheed Martin, but the birth pains are visible on the chart. The stock is currently in a compression phase. It's caught between the massive institutional buying from whales like Vanguard and the heavy short interest, which is sitting at nearly 35%. This is a powder keg. If Ondas reports a strong Q1 in May, that short interest could fuel a massive squeeze back toward the $15 level. The Palantir partnership and the $140 million Indo deal provide a valuation floor that makes it hard to see the stock falling much further. However, with the consistency of the dilution, it's difficult to justify the hype spikes. This is a play on the drone supercycle. If you have a 3-year time horizon and can stomach the volatility, the current price looks like a steal. If you're looking for a quick flip, the dilution might keep you trapped. Case closed for today, but the market never sleeps. What's your move on $ONDS? Are you following the whales or the insiders? Drop a comment below, hit the like button if this audit helped you, and I'll see you at the next ticker investigation.